Hi, hello, and welcome. I'm definitely not Vlad, and you're watching me go from zero to hero on a Resto Druid in Dragonflight Season 4. In the previous episode, we did a no-coup offensive. We failed one, and then we managed to do one, and what I realized in that run was that I needed a break. I had a bad day, and then I went to record while I was having a bad day, and it really kind of bled through. I haven't gotten any comments on the video yet. It's not live yet, but I feel like it wasn't really that great of a video. So hopefully in this one, where I'm actually excited and have had some practice and also got some gear upgrades, I'll feel a little bit more comfortable and I can actually just make a fun video again. Again, my apologies about last video. If the vibes were off, it's because I was having a rough day. So in today's episode, what we're going to go ahead and do is again, roll the wheel of names and see where we go. Here's to hoping it's not another dungeon I absolutely hate. Although, to be honest, between these dungeons, there's none of them that I really dislike. Uldamon is another hard one to heal. The last boss is going to be very challenging because there's a lot of AoE damage as well as the dots. I can remove the dot from myself by shapeshifting, and the spell somebody else was very squishy, so hopefully we can make that work. Also Emberon, I think the two pulses of damage, whatever. Emberon's also hard to heal. And of course Snake Lady, everybody knows Snake Lady. When she drops that shard on you, you better be getting a lot of heals from your healer as well as have a defensive ready, and if it hits you multiple times, well, good luck. Okay, so let's try and find a group for, what's that called? Uldamon, Uld 10 to 10. No, not 10 to 1, that doesn't exist. Oh, there's no Uldamon 10 to 10 keys available. I had a feeling that we might run into this problem at some point. Oh, here's one that just popped up. Let's try and join that one. But yes, while we try to join that, I'm going to point out, I'm now at 516 item level, and I've replaced my shitty DPS trinket with Blossom of Emergicil. I really wanted to get the trinket from, what's that place called? Azure Vault, that does a crap ton of damage, but I just haven't been lucky enough to get it, and also it's not like I've been really trying. I did a bunch of twos at some point for worm crests and whatnot to try and get it, but it didn't really work out. I did get my worm crest, that's nice at least. Other than that, every single piece of gear is at 515 item level or higher, hence the 516 item level. I think this is plenty. Being at 510, or rather 511 in the previous video, I definitely felt like I could have used a bit of help from my gear. My rings were at 502 item level, they're now at 515 item level, which is a significant chunk of stamina more, so I'm quite happy to be a bit more beefy. And also Emergicil, Blossom of Emergicil has been very good on my HPS. So yeah, I've been farming. I farmed mostly 4s. I think I got exactly one rating from doing a Halls of Infusion 5 at 2-star instead of just 1-star. So that was a bit of rating right there, I think. Doesn't look like we're going to get invited to this Uldamon, and it doesn't look like there's any others available. I think the Wheel of Names is just not an option. I think people are pretty much done with the season. They don't want to play anymore. There's just a few desperate people like me trying to get their 10s in. So I might have to abandon the Wheel of Names yet again. So let's add, I don't know, Azure Vault, Halls of Infusion, Nultharis, all of these bad boys. Well, then I need to remove the search term. So 10 to 10, there's some Nultharises and an Azure Vault. Let's try that. Okay, well, this is actually literally all there is to apply to as far as 10 keys go. So there's really not much. Then again, I am recording at like 4 p.m. or so. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to keep applying to 10s. The Wheel of Names is just not an option right now because there's not enough runs for us to be doing. I also don't have a 10 key of my own. I think I have a 3 Brackenhide because I was dropping it to do Wormcrest farming. So yeah, we're not looking too hot on the whole, availability front. I actually should just make sure I filter out no-coup defensive because I have done that shithole and I don't have to go back there again. But yeah, I'm going to keep applying to runs and I'll see you in whatever I end up getting into because like I said, the Wheel of Names, not really an option. And it looks like the only thing we could get into was an Algeth'ar Academy. It took me a while to get into it, but it's no big deal. At least I'm getting into 10s. With my clears that I have right now, I'm surprised that I got invited to anything because I really only have the no-coup defensive cleared at 10. So yeah, I think it's going to be rough to get into Uldamon because my clears are 5s. I might have to do an 8 Uldamon just to get into the 10, but we'll see. We'll hope for the best. See what the tank is planning. Tank is going left first, so I just genuinely didn't expect that. That's perfectly fair. There is a route where you go left first and then you can skip the big birds. We're going to go ahead and just start giving big shield and big heals to these people. Okay, no rest for the wicked, am I right? Okay, I didn't manage to put anything down. I had to start spamming rejuves and regrowths right off the bat. Holy crap. Let's keep the tank healed up because there's some, what are they called? Battle axes here. 2 battle axes can make it pretty tricky for the tank. I'm going to put Yoink back on this and also keep my distance, put a tree down, get a regrowth or 2 out because we have clear casting stacks to utilize. Tank's already kiting in that direction. The Yoink back should keep me relatively safe from these guys that got trapped. I'm quite happy about that. Okay, so we are pulling the big guy. I'm just going to stand over here so I can line of sight it. I'll be the furthest one away. Perfect. I can line of sight it, then it doesn't move. Now I want to get back out and heal the tank. Hopefully nobody stands in the breath. I can't really do much about people standing in the breath because that'll just decimate them. Even on Tyrannical, it's going to be rough. Now again, I line of sight. It can't charge me, so it stands there and just does rift breath. The hunter is also standing here for some reason. I don't know why he really insists upon doing that, but yeah, let's just, it's on him now. Let's see if he doesn't line of sight it. He just wanted to stand right next to me and keep me company, I guess. That was kind of wasted, but okay. He just wanted to hang out, dude. He just wanted to hang out. There's a vicious ambush on Dartyo. It's on him again. I'm just gonna step further away, I guess, and just bait it. Can they kill it before it does it again? They can. Okay. We may be doing a full group here, like full all 3 of them. Are we? We are not. Okay, it's just one of them. Keep the tank nice and healthy. There's a battle axe here. Whenever there's a battle axe in the pool, your tank might need a little bit extra love and a little bit extra healing. We're just gonna start moonfiring things. I still don't have my cat talents at all because I needed the Yoink back and everything else. I don't have hibernate. I do not have hibernate. Great. I'm glad I switched out of my Wormcrest farming talents into proper talents. I did not. That's the joke. Oh, man. Okay, well, we have CC from the other party members that can pick up my slack. We're going to dispel this monotonous lecture. Yeah, let's just keep the hots rolling. Keep the hots rolling in case some damage comes through. It doesn't look like it will come through, so we're just going to start moonfiring and then sunfire at the end. I should probably start with sunfire so that ticks while I'm applying the other things. I'm getting blasted by some kind of damage. Big AoE is coming out. We're just going to knock all those shades back. Oh, the scepter got its cast through. Okay, we trapped that. No, we repentance it. That's fine. Tank's being very careful with these pulls. That's perfectly fair. Hunter is avoiding the damage from those guys. That's also good. But yeah, it looks like the scepter just got its cast off there, and that's what hurt. Right now, it's just the tank that's taking damage. I'm going to put this over here, like this little circle, and then I'm going to stand in it along with the melee DPS. I don't really know what I'm being damaged by at this point. There's literally nothing happening and I'm taking damage. Maybe it's from the Mana Fiend zone things, okay? This person's being damaged by the, what are they called? The shades. I'm going to put a Yoink back on the shades and then just move away from them. There's no real reason for them to be DPS'd. I mean, sure you can if you want to drink or something, but let's say if we were going to another trash pull, it would have been whatever. So I think the tank wanted to... Okay, we're grabbing 2 foragers just to make this a little bit more interesting for me, I guess, so they can charge out to people. I'm not going to bother DPSing too much. I'll keep my dots up and whatnot, but not much more than that. I'm going to cleanse the hunter. Hopefully he decides to take that. Never mind, the paladin still has something to cleanse or something to tank with. Is anyone going to take that? Frick it, I'll take it. Whatever, man. I was hoping not to have to do that, but here we go. Convoke in human form. Just get those hots out. I still have 2 stacks. I'm going to cleanse myself and eat this, and the tank's probably going to take a bunch of damage here because he's going to absorb another one, but I'll try to cleanse him before that happens. Somebody is taking it. We'll dispel the DPS with 2 stacks. Oh, watch out for the swirlies, Vlad. Get the instant cast with Nature's Swiftness. We good. And we dispel the tank now because he's the only one that really has one. Oh, lots of damage coming out here. Hopefully I'm able to keep everyone alive here. It does seem like I am. I'm going to take some damage here. We do have people taking care of that. Keep Life Bloom rolling. It would seem that the group lead is actually the squishiest one, so I'll keep my thingy on them. Man, people are dropping super low from this. They were using defensives, but they used them after taking damage, so that was a little bit pointless. You know, the usual. We're going to flourish here because we do have quite a few hots still out. Once 3 of these are down on the ground, we don't have to keep moving anymore. I saw the 3rd one land, so I just stopped moving so I could cast. So far, so good. I was worried about this being like the death of us. I'm going to use Convoke in human form. Hopefully get some nice heals out of that. I did. I'm going to consume one of these with Swift Wind, and then I can do a buffed up clear cast, which is nice. Get regrowth on basically everyone. These guys are gonna despawn because we just killed the boss. Okay, cool. We managed to kill the boss. I was actually most worried about this boss. We managed to heal through it relatively well. The hunter and the what's his face? The monk seem to be taking the most damage. We're going to knock everything back here because I don't trust. Somebody was about to get punched in the face there that was not the tank, so I just didn't want to have to deal with that. Let's get these life blooms out and a tree. I underutilize my trees still. So that's not great. Let's give a big hot to this person. When I say big hot, I usually mean Cenarian Ward, because like it is a big hot. It heals a shit ton. Like that is a keep this person alive kind of hot. Okay, well, I'm gonna try and not get punched here, but I was unable to avoid it. I'm not in combat with these guys yet. That's why it didn't target me. I'm hoping to get the next charge on myself so that I can avoid the group having to deal with it at all by line of sighting it like so. Very good. And I was just going to breath. Hopefully nobody stands that. Dude, just go away. Just go away. Just go there. Move away from the... I don't understand this hunter. He's just keeping me company. He's scared for me or something. That was so annoying. Okay, at least he's moved forward now, so I will be the one actually taking the charge things. Jesus, that's so pointless. I don't understand. He did that with the other worm that we were fighting too. And I also don't understand this pathing. Usually you go this pathing so you avoid pulling the big worms. Now we're going this pathing because we wanted to do left first. I accidentally body pulled just now. Hopefully that's not a huge deal. I don't think it is. I should focus on healing a little bit rather than just DPSing these trash mobs, but it's not a big deal. There's not much damage coming out. The battle axe is dangerous, but it's only for the tank. And the tank's been taking, you know, the pulls slow. They're smaller pulls to keep everyone safe. I did put down a yoink back. Hopefully this shade goes into the yoink back. Just one forager left. We're still moving backwards. I guess we want to go in from this side. My friend here is getting punched, trying to kill them. I guess we're in combat, so we can't actually use the jump, so we do have to kill these. That's fair. We're gonna kill it before these guys even go off, but they did get CC'd. It's nice to see them getting CC'd though. I am still feeling stupid about not having hibernate, but I don't know what it is. I guess I can drop improved rejuvenate. But yeah, it's from running. These talents are from running what are they called, baby keys to get worm crests. I'm not gonna risk it. Usually sometimes I'll stand inside of this and just use the defensive. I don't want to risk it at all. There's nothing to risk here. Last run in local defensive went pretty bad. I don't want to be taking any risks I don't need to take, but what I can do is convoke this in cat form. I'm not making use of any DPS here. I'm literally just a heal bot right now for pretty much the entirety of this dungeon because I don't want to risk running into a situation where I'm focusing on DPS and trying to maximize my DPS and my group ends up dying to some damage event because I'm being greedy about my damage or whatever else, or my commentary, because that's what basically killed me in the Noku defensive runs was commentary. Time for some birdies. Waiting for the tank to move forward. Okay. I'm just going to mark the tank so I know where he is. I could Steve him too, but I think marking is fine. Moon firing everything up. Shouldn't make a huge impact on DPS, but I may as well do it. There's no damage going out here other than the tank if they get like hacked a bit, which is good. I'm going to drop a vortex down just in case people want to move away from that. Paladin has aggro. He has used his defensives, both of them. Very good. Good call. Keep yourself safe because I can't heal as fast as these mobs can peck. Oh, he still has aggro. Okay, he's gone. We're gonna try and res him, but I don't think it's really gonna work out because of the shades and also these mobs just over and over going. Yeah, I told them to release and run. Fightful. Next attacks. Can you get away from me, you freak? Yeah, I was telling the Paladin to release and run because I can't. There's going to be spiteful. I'm going to be in combat. It's not going to work out. Paladin blasted the mobs a little bit too hard, so he ended up paying the price. Demon Hunters are still kind of struggling with the aggro department. Really need someone to take care of this guy. There we go. Paralysis came through from the monk. I am unable to do it because I'm stupid and don't have my... What is the damn thing called? Hibernate. But yes. Paladin's on his way back, slowly but surely. Yeah, he's already over there, so we're good. The monk keeps getting punched by shades. I almost just got punched by a shade as well. About the time where about the time when we finish up these guys. Yeah, the Paladin's right here, so you can lend a hand blasting these guys out of existence right here. We're gonna drop a yoink back on those. I'm just gonna stand over here so I can immediately go and put one of these in. The monk just really likes to get punched by the shades. He feels very compelled to, you know, kill them, even though he's the one being targeted by them. But it's okay. It's not a big deal. They haven't died to it yet, so it's not a huge issue. Now here, I gotta keep the tank safe, and I gotta be ready to ramp my heals after the croak goes through, or whatever the hell it's called. Deafening screech. So yeah, there's going to be a savage peck right off the bat on the tank. We're going to load the tank up with hots, and then there's going to be a screech. I can't heal until after the screech goes through, because otherwise I'm going to get interrupted while if I cast during the screech. So sometimes I'll try to cast Wild Growth to land exactly after the AoE damage source, but here I can't do it, because what'll end up happening is I will end up just getting interrupted immediately, and that's not great, is it? Okay, we have 2 stacks of clear casting. Healing this up should be a complete non-issue. And we're gonna hold on to one of the orbs, because people have a tendency of immediately using the orbs, all 3 of them. I hope that doesn't happen. I think that just happened. Yep, Firestorm's coming out, but the boss is at 63%. People are kind of blasting it, so it's kind of okay. I'm just going to take advantage of this and use my Convoke here really quick to get some extra damage in during the extra damage portion of the fight. There we go. That's as much damage as I can really spare. We did get hit by the first Screech. This is the first stack. Hopefully people are able to blast the boss to smithereens before we get overwhelmed by the Screech stacks. I do have a shield to give myself. I haven't used the defensive yet. I was planning on using defensives on the 3rd stack or so. Here's the Screech coming out. We're gonna wait for it to finish casting. Then we're gonna do this, and we're gonna use a shield on the monk for the 3rd stack. Okay, we've reset at 2 stacks again. I don't really like that at all. I almost got blasted to smithereens by that frontal, because I'm really far away from the boss. There's the deafening screech. We wait for the damage, and then we use Wild Growth. Let's get some rejuves out. I didn't pre-hot for this one, but luckily it's only the 1st stack of however many. Again, I'm hoping we don't get more than somebody needs to take care of this. There we go. Somebody did take care of it. I gotta move again. This thing is very threatening. I have 2 stacks of clear casting. Okay, I'm gonna use this on myself, even though I have life bloom, so I'll get regrowth either way. Savage Peck coming through. We do have big heals available. The 3rd Screech is gonna come out in 8 seconds, so I gotta be ready for that. I have an orb that I'm carrying around like a precious child. And we're going to... Okay, the boss is dead. I didn't have to deal with 3 stacks of Screech at any point in time, because the DPS was just blasting, so I'm very happy to say that they did manage it just fine. It felt scary because we didn't wait for the 3rd stack, which I think I could have handled, but... Ooh, never take all fixes. I don't know what that means. The tank just said never take all. I can't talk about that. I need to focus on healing the tank and anyone else who might take damage. Doesn't look like anyone. Yeah, nobody got hit by that. We're very safe with these pulls, I gotta admit. Honestly, people usually like to go for big pulls here, but let me Sunfire all of that. I'm gonna look to soothe these guys if possible. We only have the 1 big Lasher in here, which is kind of surprising. Usually people go, like I said, people go for bigger pulls, but the tank's being conservative. I can appreciate it. This is relatively easy to time with this much DPS and people not over pulling, so I respect it. I'm fine with it. I may have aggro here. Okay, no, I don't. I'm going to just knock this back. There we go. There's another group of these guys, Skitterflies, coming through. It doesn't look like we're going to be pulling them. Okay. Again, I just It's Sunfire, the incorporeal being, instead of the guys that I'm actually meant to be DPSing, but that's fine. Again, I'm not focusing on DPS in these runs. I'm focusing on getting through the runs so that I can actually, you know, get my portals and be done with this. Okay, give some movement speed to the tank so he can grab this last pull of the Lashers. I think he wants to stop around there. Hopefully he stands in my stuff. I have no idea if he is or isn't. But people ran through it at least, so I got something out of it. Sunfire, there's the group. I don't know, are we pulling it? We seem to be pulling it. That's fine. I'm going to go ahead and pre-hod people so that when they get charged by the Skitterflies, it's not an issue. Paladin's struggling with the aggro a little bit. I don't think I need to do much here. I'm just focusing on the health bars and making sure I don't let anyone die, because I still feel bad about that no-good defensive run. Honestly, I feel like I bricked those keys almost by my lack of healing. Very nice and smooth. We're just going to soothe this last Skitterfly in case it decides to charge one more time. A yoink back on those guys. One of them is frozen, another one is paralysis. We can just take these guys out, the shades, and then we're good to go. Okay, not much to heal here as long as the tank actually gets aggro and people don't jump into the crap or stand in the crap. You need to stack on top of us. Stack. This hunter's positioning has been very questionable so far. At least they blast the DPS, you know? Redeeming features. Germinate coming through. We just moved to the left. Keep moving. Keep on going. Do Sunfire a couple of times. Since I can't see my dots on these guys, I'm just, you know, a little bit... Actually, if there was ever time for a chicken convoke, this is time for a chicken convoke. Okay, everyone's hit with the dot. We're gonna drop multiple trees. This person needs a lot of healing. There we go. We should be able to survive now. People blew up the branch. Tanks moving around. Just stack, bro. Just sit still so we can stack on you. Hunter is, of course, on the other side of the boss, so we're going to have a bunch of these guys spread out. Although, to be fair, I blame the tank here quite a bit because they ended up just moving around multiple times for no reason. I think we're good here. Tank is not being overwhelmed by the thingy things with the stuffy stuff, by the poison stacks, so we should be fine. Now we have our instant cast that we need to put out while we're kiting the thingy. We're going to CR this person, even though we're close to the end of the boss. He says F me because he ended up getting hit by it. I don't think it matters. We have 2 more CRs after this, so we're perfectly fine using it on one person. We need to kill the branch so we can get rid of this stupid dot, but I think I can keep us up through it while we do that. Yes, I can. It's not so rough. And there we go. This is a positioning heavy boss, but people at this key level should know how to deal with it. Now we just kill it and we're done. So very nice. That's 2 deaths. One happened to the paladin due to him ripping aggro on the birds and just getting pecked to death, and another one happened just now from the Germinate hitting the what's he called? Oh, come on, dude, don't pull 2 mobs at a time. You can pull more than that. We're not that bad. I'm gonna roar here because our monk friend is just getting absolutely blasted by that. We're trying to make use of the stairs. See, the Z-axis works in such a way where certain abilities, when you stand above or below them, they just don't hit you even though you're in their like range. So see here, oh, never mind. Jesus Christ, maybe I need to stand below it. No, it looked like I lied to you, but you can stand on these stairs for sure. Oh, I need to give him a shield. He's just gonna get punched again. Yeah. Oh man, I did not enjoy that. That was not enjoyable at all. Paladin is a range class, so he doesn't have to worry about those. But we have some friends casting at us. The other one needs to get CC'd as well. One is paralysis, but the other one just got stunned by the hunter. Hunter's trap failed. Probably got hit, like accidentally put it on something else. Can we actually do something about this? There we go. Repentance came through from the paladin. I'm going to roar this now so it doesn't spin on people, and we should be perfectly safe. This is, again, very much a baby pull, but yeah, no big deal. We're gonna knock these guys back and just keep going. I'm gonna give movement speed. The tank wasn't actually there to benefit from the movement speed, unfortunately, so we just move at normal speed, even though everyone else kind of zoomy. We're again pulling just 3 mobs, it looks like. We could silence Sigil and move them into the next group. I think that could be cool. That could be a fun idea. I don't know, just a thought. I'm going to roar so I can prevent that spin from going through. It looks like we're going to... Oh, excuse me. My throat is dry, so I keep like my voice gets stuck. I don't know how to describe it. Oh, we're moving into the center now. Okay, I'm being blasted by things. I don't have a roar, but I do have a pull back and push. There we go. Okay, we're just gonna convoke here. I need to get some hots out so I can flourish and keep people alive. This person died too fast for me to give them anything. I'm focusing on heals right now. Astral bombs on me. I shadow melded for no reason. Should have at least tried to step closer, but oh well. There's shades. I have a safe spot. I can stand in the middle of the safe spot so I can hide from the shades. The shades can't reach me. Now they can reach me. I need to be careful. But yeah, there was a bit of a lack of AoE CC there, it feels like. I don't know. Maybe it was just overlapped very heavily. I cannot, like, everyone is out of line of sight and I can't heal them. They were all like hiding from me, I guess. I don't know what they were trying to avoid. Probably the spiteful shades, to be honest. I don't have a knockback or anything. I'm just gonna have to kite this guy a little bit. I'm gonna hit him with the what's it called, adaptive swarm, so that when it dies it splits. I can seriously nobody interrupt that. There's 4 people here that have interrupts. Well, one of them is on cooldown at least, so they have a good excuse, but the rest of you, come on. Okay, but yeah, the reason I hit that thing with adaptive swarm even though it was about to die is because when it dies it can whatchamacallit, split into 2 swarms. We're standing right on top of these portals. We really need to like move away from here. The people that are I don't like this. I don't like this positioning. This is like straight up the worst positioning you can do. It's just right where she stands at the start, because you're right next to the 2 portals and you're gonna going to keep getting hit by orbs, and it just doesn't make any sense. We're going to give a big shields to our friend here because he's going to get hit by unavoidable damage. Hopefully he just stands a little bit further away. We have one on top of the boss. I don't have a way to interrupt it. Somebody did interrupt it. It was the paladin. The paladin's the king of interrupts apparently in the last few minutes. We need someone to actually see that. I'm going to get hit by something here. Not a huge fan of that, but I can't do anything about it. Trying to keep people nice and hotted up. We're constantly taking damage from random shit because this boss is kind of bullshit. Like, you can avoid every single damage event and still get hit by enough things to spawn a portal because she randomly selects a person to get a portal or to get a stack of the debuff, which is super annoying. We're going to use nature's swiftness to hot up this person, get my life blooms back out. Need more trees, just more trees. Okay, my guy stood in the frontal. I'm going to try and get out of here. I'll give movement speed even, and then I'm going to try and res. Why can't it required me to use rage. I'm just going to use a defensive here. This is such a clustercluck because the tank decided to keep that right there in the middle of the room. Hunter's on the other side of the freaking dungeon. He's trying to go to a different dungeon. He wants to go to Algeth'ar. There's so many portals here. It's going to be very hard to avoid all of these orbs when they come out. As you can see, people keep getting hit by orbs every time there's a yoink in. The tank is not moving the boss. He was very safe, but it turns out he just, I don't know. He's not being very safe here. So you can see that the monk has no idea where to go anymore because there's so many portals because we're standing so close to this. And use a defensive here. There's another orb. I'm just dying. Move the boss. My brother in Christ, you need to move the boss away from the portals. From the get-go, whatever. This is not my fault. And the monk is apologizing. He's saying, sorry, brain dead? Dude, you're not brain dead. It's just the positioning of the boss is borderline idiotic. I'll just type out what to do for the tank for future reference because that was way more difficult than it needed to be. Okay, well, thank you for the run. I now have Keystone Hero, Algeth'ar Academy. I'm quite happy about that. I'm going to peace out. Actually, I'm going to get a loading screen before I can click leave party, so that's that. So now I'm going to peace out because I'm not allowed to stay in groups for multiple runs. That's part of the rules. The rules are the rules and the facts are the facts. When the pug drawer opens, you got to leave the party. That didn't work at all. Anyway, we are now at 2359 rating. And we still have plenty of rating to get. We have quite a few keys that are just 5s, 2 keys that are 5s in both weeks, so we're going to get a bunch of rating from those. As far as rating is concerned, we're pretty much golden. There's this cool add-on called M+ Gains, where you can calculate how much rating you get from clearing certain keys. So here I'm just going to set it to all of my keys being a +10, excluding the 2 keys that already are cleared at +10. And as you can see, it's going to put me at 2,652 rating. That's a bunch of rating, more than we need. To be specific, it is a 125.2 rating more than we need because the goal for the series is 2.5k. But once we clear everything at +10, we will have that rating and all the portals. Now, all that we have remaining to do, that sounds so weird. That's a weird sentence. All we have to do now is clear all the remaining 10s. I don't know which ones it's going to be. I think we're going to stop doing the Wheel of Names thing because there's not many keys available and not many keys want to take me. Let's put it that way because, you know, not great rating, not great item level, not great clears. I understand. I wouldn't invite me either. Let's do one little upgrade with the aspect crests. I'm not even sure what I can upgrade. I'll upgrade my pantaloons to 6 out of 6 hero. That's beautiful. Very nice. Still 516 item level. I'm okay with that. That seems to be plenty to get through some 10s. But that's pretty much the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, drop a like. Let me know what you liked about it in a comment down below. If you had fun, make sure you subscribe because there's more episodes coming. And if you're feeling particularly generous, you can become a channel member. Channel members get guaranteed replies to their comments and they get nice little shout outs at the beginning of videos. But as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Maybe I should actually change my talents now while I'm here, just so I don't forget before the next run I do. I'm gonna drop improved rejuve and grab hibernate. Can I apply that? I can't do that while moving. Oh well, I'll have to do that once I land, and I'm probably gonna forget. Find out in the next action-packed episode of Wrong Talents Z.